35 minutes past the hour, the Rick and Bubba Show. The doctor is in. Dr. Lou Holtz.
Dr. Lou, Dr. Lou, that's Dr. Lou, Dr. Lou.
Welcome back, Doctor.
Guys, I can't emphasize how exciting it's been to be the voice of college football and Rick and Bubba Show this year.
Well, it's our pleasure.
Same to us, I think.
It's been more fun than that time when I slapped Mark May's glasses off his face and said, "Lose your daddy, Waldo." And guys, it's hard to believe that the regular season will come to a close tomorrow and the BCS title teams will be set. But before I discuss this weekend's games, the probable matchup in the national championship game, I'd like to take care of a promise I made to one of my colleagues.
Oh, you made a promise.
That's right. I received a call from Kirk Herbstreit this morning, and he was begging me to relay the message to a very special team during my segment today. Boise State, this is from Kirk and the whole ESPN cast.
So this is for Boise State.
That's right.
Boy.
I will have a blue bowl season without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. You'd be doing all right.
Sing it.
If you had a kicker the other night. but now you guys just lost like $10 million.
Wow.
I think it's 12.
Yeah, there's something like that. And guys, I'm not gonna say that I told you so. At Turkey Toss, that the Boise State Broncos were gonna be upset by the Nevada Wolfpack, but I told you so. At Turkey Toss about the Boise State Broncos being upset by the Nevada Wolfpack.
You did. You called it, Dr. Lou.
That's right. And guys, there have been some bizarre stories this week in college football. One of those originated in Tuscaloosa, where the University of Alabama Crimson tidal wave terminated an employee Monday who played unauthorized songs aimed at Auburn quarterback Cam Newton over the Bryant-Denny Stadium, PA, prior to kickoff and the Iron Bowl. Two of the pregame choices were Takes Money and Run by Steve Miller Band and Son of a Preacher Man by Rich Franklin, which were clearly directed at the NCAA's investigation regarding allegations that Newton's father, a pastor, solicited $180,000 for Mississippi State recruiting. Now, I know that PA announcer is gone. But if he was still taking requests, I'd tell him to play one more song for the Auburn Tiger Lily fans who whined about the supposed classless move.
Oh, boy, here we go.
This is to the Auburn Tiger Lily fans. Cry me a river, cry me a river, oh, oh. Cry me a river, cry me a river, oh, oh. You see, I know how it feels to be criticized over the loudspeaker.
You do, don't you?
I still remember the day I walked into the Coliseum to lead the University of Notre Dame Fighting Irish against the USC Trojans in 1988. They announced the starting lineups on speakers, and then as they announced Coach Lou Holtz, all I heard was, Oompa, Loompa, Zoopa, Chee, Zoo. You're about to lose this game, Coach Lou. Oompa, Loompa, Zoopa, Chee, G. You spit when you talk and you're 4'3". And as if that wasn't enough,
Right.
the student section started leading us too. I can still hear it now.
Right, to this day.
I say suffering, you say success, suffering, success, suffering, success. Now that didn't feel good, but it's like I always say, I ain't no rookie, so I can deflect the dookie. Auburn fans, you aren't rookies, so just move on and deflect the dookies. Speaking of the Iron Bowl, Vern, how do you do? Lundquist did a great job commentating the game this past weekend. His voice to me defines SEC football. I absolutely love the guy. But after seeing him in the pregame broadcast, it was evident that he had already eaten several Thanksgiving meals.
Boy,
It's not every day that a commentator looks more like a half-open can of biscuits. So I called Gary Danielson after the game to get the facts on what's with Vern's swollen appearance. And he confirmed what I thought might be the case. Vern's favorite Thanksgiving dish is the Michelin Man.
Had a little shine on him, too.
Right. Look, Vern, I love you, but you're retaining water.
Guys, the actual Iron Bowl itself was quite a game. That's predicted by yours truly. Auburn played the first half without their defense. The problem was Alabama played the second half without theirs.
Right.
The Tide absolutely dominated the Tiger Lilies in the first half, putting on a show for the 90,000-plus in attendance. But Cam Newton and the Lilies flipped the switch in the second half, and all that Alabama was left with at the end was a turtleneck quarterback claiming that he was Batman as they left the field. Concussion. Sorry. I thought that was pretty funny. The good news.
I gotta laugh.
You got to watch concussion humor.
Yeah.
The good news is parents of Alabama quarterback Greg McElroy have been contacted by ABC executives to be on Dancing with the Stars after their impressive moves were captured by CBS cameras during the first quarter.
I got a lot of texts about that. Obviously, being at the game, I didn't know it. They said they had a really good dance going at one point. The parents did.
They sure
kept
did.
Showing it on TV.
Really?
I didn't see it.
Honestly, the Iron Bowl wore me out on Saturday, but part of my fatigue can be credited to my Black Friday experience. Everyone in the Holtz family knows that Skip and I have Black Friday tradition.
Oh, you do?
Where we get up 4 a.m., watch Rudy, and then get some of our Christmas shopping done. We
Rudy.
went to all the places you'd expect Black Friday shoppers to go. Academy Sports and Outdoors, HT Security, Blinds.com, Bojangles, CanadaDrugs.com, Care One, Debt Relief Services, Core Buddy, Cooks Pest Control, IncomeHome.com, Nations Outfitters, Outdoor Hands, Serious Roofing Service, Search Magic, Thermos, Savage, Tronics Country, Vermont, Teddy Bear, Wave Ventilation, and we even stopped by World Vision. By that time, we had run out of money, so Skip and I dropped by Worthington Federal Bank to get some cash before we headed to the Galleria, where we battled 713 cars to get one of 16 parking spaces.
Yes.
After finally getting a spot, we ran into several folks, though. While we were in Saks Fifth Avenue, we ran into Alabama quarterback Greg McElroy.
Really?
Who was trying on turtlenecks. He told us that post-game interviews just aren't the same when his neck is naked. Then we made our way into Spencer's Gift.
Uh-oh.
Where Les Miles was looking at lava lamps. He said, there's nothing more totally awesome than these lava lamps when I get a hit of that grass. Again, thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Then we went into Belk, where Gene Chizik was causing a scene because they had run out of half-zip white jackets. He said full zip jackets are for weenie heads and that his smoking hot wife loves the half-zip. Hey, Miss Jonna. and what's the trip to the Galleria without going into the toy store? That's why we saw Urban Meyer crying and saying that his Superman had left him for the Rocky Mountains. We tried to console him and tell him that he'd find another one soon. He then began sobbing and said, I had another one, but he left me for a lovely village on the plains of Alabama. That's when I took him in my arms and said, come here, Daddy. Let Daddy love you for just a few seconds. I pushed his head against my chest and said, it's gonna be okay. You're safe in Daddy's arms now. That's when Skip said, Daddy, can we go shop some more? I said, sure, son. Then we left the toy store and headed to the hardware store.
Uh-oh.
Where we saw Jesse Palmer on the shelf.
Uh-oh. On the shelf.
We then left the hardware store, and as we headed into the food court, we saw from a distance what appeared to be another father and son shopping together, except the father was walking well behind his son. In fact, the son clearly had no knowledge that his father was even there. As they neared us, I knew I recognized him. I said, Cam! I screamed. He turned, his eyes lit up. He said, Daddy, I've missed you. He then told me that he was in a hurry to get to the toy store to apologize to Urban for crippling him as a coach, so he ran along. Then about 15 seconds later, a large man wearing a T-shirt simply said, shop till you drop. He approached Skip. Then he spoke to Skip. Coach, I'd like to introduce myself. They call me the Reverend. And I'd like to offer you Black Friday deal today. On my son. I call him Six Fig Newton. And you don't have to stand in line for him if the price is right. I think he'd look great in green and gold. He's a bull on the field, if you know what I mean. And for a limited time only, it's buy one game, get one game free. What do you say? Skip was silent. He didn't know what to say. Then the Reverend spoke again. Look, we have one team that has already put my son on layaway. So if you aren't interested, I'll tell Speedy that Cam's coming to the state if his offer still stands. Skip was silent until...
You're so uncomfortable right now.
Skip was silent until the Reverend said, okay, obviously you aren't interested. But I tell you what, here comes my son, so I got to get the heck out of Dodge. I'll be up at Spencer's talking with Coach Miles if you change your mind. And the moral of the story is, guys, there's some great deals to be had on Black Friday. This Newton kid is a steal for anything less than $500 grand. And let me tell you, I have tried for several weeks to understand the passion and emotion that Newton created in his detractors. I've concluded that it has very little to do with his talent, skills, or size. The issue is his pearly white smile. He's got a set of choppers on him that even Dr. Thomas Dudney would be impressed with. And they are obviously a secret weapon that he has used to maneuver through the best defenses in the country this year. For linebackers and tiny cornerbacks, it's like a nightmare on a lonely highway. It's midnight and you're suddenly blinded by the bright lights of an 18-wheeler. You have to veer off the road as he blows by. It's that big smile bearing down on you, and I like to call it the Molar Express. But here's the issue. The Molar Express is going to be facing one of the best teams in the nation tomorrow, University of South Carolina Gamecocks.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
no.
That's right, because you coached them.
With
Yeah.
one of the best coaches since Lou Holtz. And with that said, I'm still picking the Auburn University Tiger Lilies to lose by 347 points. It will be 364 to 17. Go Gamecocks.
Dr. Lou.
Dr. Lou. So, no,
He's still true. Still true.
I love when he says daddy.
we
I
come back.
actually heard that Speedy offered Cam Newton's dad a lifetime supply of Marlboro cigarettes.
Hey!
That didn't work out though.
We'll be right back.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.